Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Saloni Gandhi. Namaste. And if you are starting a new semester at your uni, you need to watch this video because I am sharing my number one tip that has helped me stay on the top of my studies for the last 3 semesters. So let me get started with what I am studying and where I am studying. So I study at SydneyUniversity. I have got my Hawkesbury campus and I'm doing a Bachelor's of Science with double majors, which is in food technology and human nutrition. And trust me, planning ahead is a game changer. I got my high distinctions in my in my 2 units in this last semester, and even before I got all the distinctions and credits, I've not gone below that. Fingers crossed. It gets hectic when we have to check through and getting logged into and logging in, checking do I have an assignment, when is the class, where is the class, because in Western Sydney University it has so many campuses, so it is not certain that you have your one class at one campus. It could be at different campuses or it could be at different buildings, so we have to always keep checking in on our online system. Whereas what I do is I make a big calendar. I put at the week 1 I start adding all the lectures and when is it, where is it, so that I just have to, whenever I have a class, whenever the week starts, I just have to open up the calendar, see, and then just go. So I don't miss out on things and I am prepared a week before mentally that what is coming in the next week. So let me take you through the Western Sydney website. I searched WSU Home and that takes me to their official site. For some reason on my iPad, when I go to the site 3 bar, screen goes white. There is supposed to be a sign-in option here, but anyways, if you want to explore other courses provided by UNI, this website is for you. Instead of this, for going to the student portal, what I search is MYSR. This takes me to this website. Click on the first link, then student link, and then again on the student. For the first time users, you might have to enter your email and password. MySR simply means My Student Records. So there are so many links available on this website. The first one is My Student Profile and My Personal Details. There you can see all your details, your addresses, if you want to change that, edit that, and also the course you're enrolled in. Everything is there. And then next you have got My Results tab. You can see your results here after each semester, your GPA as well, whenever you have your exams and the semester is over. The next one is Register in Subjects. This section is very important. At the beginning of every semester, you have to enroll into the units that you want to take, the subjects that you want to take each semester. Then you've got so many student forms, degree works, which shows the progress of your degree. The main one here is when we scroll down, there is this class registration one and also the VUWS, the view site. These two are the main things. Other than that, there's the student email as well. You will need this on your Outlook app. After selecting the class registration link, this screen comes up. Then you have to select 2025 student login. There you have to enter your email address and the password for the first time logins. So this is the main Allocate Plus site. This is where all my classes would be, like what timings and workshop classes do you have. So for this semester, I have registered into 4 units, as you can see on the side. Then we click on the timetable column. This is for all the weeks, but then clicking on the next arrow gives me the next week, the coming week timetable. As you can see, as I keep clicking ahead, there is different classes, workshops, their location, and also what time and day they would be. So once we have got this information, the next step is getting the subject guides. So again, you have to search VUWS, another website from WSU. The first site that comes up, just go for that. And this is the subject sites. Whatever units you are enrolled in for this semester would come up here. I've got 4 units, microbiology 1. I click on that. On the home site, if I keep scrolling down, there is so much information here about lectures, tutorials, everything. But the main part we need is subject outline. Once we click on the link, this is a whole PDF. You can also print it out. I usually print it out. Keep going down to there's the content, what is expected from you for this subject, what this subject is going to give you, the study load, and also the main part here to focus is the attendance column. This tells you which classes are important to attend. Are the lectures going to be recorded? Are they important to attend? Here it says practical classes are important to attend. I don't have to worry about the lectures, but I do have to watch them. If you keep scrolling down, this is the column which is very important. This tells you what is going to happen week by week in this subject. For example, my week 4 says there's going to be practical class 1, week 6 there's first assignment due. If keep going down, this column, this is the one that is going to let you know the times, the dates, which assignments are due. So I have got 5 assignments for this unit. More if we keep scrolling down, and this whole subject guide gives you information about all the assignments and description about each assignment, the marking criteria for it, how much is the assignment worth, when is it due, what is expected from it, the instructions for the assignment. Everything is in the subject outline. On the left hand side, you see the learning module column. When we click on that, this is where your whole lecture material would be for your this subject. Every subject has the same structure, same columns, learning module. Now once we are done with that, I can go to another one. Same works for the another unit as well. Searching for the subject outline, clicking on the subject outline and gaining all the information from there about the assignments. So we are looking for 3 main columns. First is this one. This tells you about every week. And then the second one is this column, which tells you about each assignment. And then the third one was the attendance one. But also gradually when you keep going in the subject, you'll also need each assignment's details. So now once I have all the information gathered, what I usually take is, I'm not a digital person too much. I usually write it written down with pen and paper. So I get this calendar in Australia. You can get it from Coles, Woolworths, or any reject store or any Chinese store or anything, any small store which has a little bit of stationery or anything, magazines, this would be there. Even Australian Post, these calendars are there as well. This has each month. It's January. This is from my last semester, February. So for example, for March, this is when my classes started. I have written down each week what class I had, which practical class I had, and which tutorial I had. In my handwriting, it's pretty bad, but I wrote down everything and I kept going with each semester. I usually write it with a pencil rather than a pen, because sometimes when we write it at the week 1, a few things keep changing, so we can just erase it and keep editing it, because I make the whole calendar for the whole semester, whereas when you start your week 1 in your first orientation classes, they keep telling you which class would be when, and there are a few additions and few corrections, so I can just erase it down and write it again. I also, hang on, for example, this is my second semester has started, and I have written down which classes I had, what is their time, is it a lecture, is it a practical, of which unit is it. And what I do is, because the assignments due dates are final, so I write down the assignment due dates with a red pen, so I can see, okay, the assignment or a quiz or or like anything which is due on the day. For example, this day had 2 assignments due, so I write it down here. For example, if I know that assignment is a pretty hard one, what I do is I intentionally put 1 day ahead to a calendar, so that even if I am late, even if I am at the last minute, I would think that the assignment is due tomorrow, but it is due a day after that. So it gives you 1 day extra. This helps. If you don't have this calendar, I went to an open day a few days back. We got this whole big calendar there. They just gave it. They were just distributing these. It had more edges as well, but I just cut it down so that it's easier and handy to write down. Also, I like to print out my study guides, which I showed you just a few minutes before. So with Western Sydney University, printing in the library is free of cost. You just have to take your student ID card and we can just tap it down at the printing station at Western Sydney, and I print out heaps of things. That's free of cost. Whereas if even if you don't want to go to your university or is it far away, there's always Officeworks, there's always Kmart. They keep printing down, and that's not very expensive. It maybe $1-2, you can get everything printed out, so it ain't that expensive. Or if you like digitally, you can find a digital app, or even you can just if you have an iPad, you can just take a screenshot of your calendar and then just write it down with a pencil on which classes do you have, and then just save it there, however suits you. But planning one at the first week is pretty important. So as I have shown you, these boxes are the main thing which we aim for, which assignments are due when. So I have also got this big whiteboard which is a month. I can just erase it and write the month and then the dates every month. So for this calendar, I would have all the semester, all the months written down, whereas this would have month that is going on right now. So I know what's happening right now, but with this, I would know what would be happening in the next month as well. So I don't have to keep doing it again and again, keep going and finding the timetables, due dates, and etc, etc. What this also helps with is, I got it from Kmart. It wasn't that expensive. I'll write it down how much it was. So I work as well. I work in aged care and I've got my shift. So even I can work only 3 days a week when my university has started. So what I do is, which days I have uni, I write it down here, and which days I have picked up work, which day I have work. I also, for example, this is my March month work. So I've got 2 days here, 3 days here, and 2 days here. I write it down with the timings which I have to go at work. So I know which days are my uni, which days I have to go to work, which days I can work on myself. It's all clear. It's in front of your eyes. So you don't miss out on anything, or you just don't say, oh, I forgot, I didn't know when it was. Because this happened with my friend last semester. She missed 2 of her quizzes. I had written it down on my calendar in front of this. So I knew the quiz was day after tomorrow, but she missed out on 2 of her quizzes. Then she had to email. She was only allowed to give one of her quiz again. But after that, I kept reminding her that, oh, there's a quiz ahead. Be prepared. So now all this is done. I've written my classes in with the pencil and also my assignments with the red pen, so I can see which and what is coming up. So if you live in Australia and you want to paste something on your wall, which we can't just with any other glue sticks, but we can use this blue tags and they don't damage the wall. They just get off very easily and they stay up as well. And this is done on the wall for my whole semester, starting from the 3rd of March until the 6th of the June. I have written all the assignments, and then in Australia, especially in my university, it goes by weeks. Like, is it week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and then on so. And there's week 14, because there are so many assignments. Professor says, they just give an email saying it should be in week 12. For example, it said in week 7 on Friday, this is this assignment. So I need to know which week is going on. So I have done all. So just to stay ahead of everything, you can also set up some tiny reminders on your phone, like on your calendar, about the assignments due, because that's some of the major thing. And also if you have some practical classes or workshop that you keep forgetting about, you can just also set some reminders on your phone. I usually don't do that because my phone then keeps buzzing and I don't like it. It gives me anxiousness and anxiety. So what I do is I put this on, and every Sunday I check what the next week is going to be about. Usually I check it 1 week before, like what's going to be there in the next week. So I'm mentally prepared. Especially, it's not just about being mentally prepared, because I work in aged care and I'm working there as casual, so I have to pick up shifts to work, and then I have to settle down which day I have to go to uni, so which days I can work. So I have to give them my availability, that I can't work on these days, I've got my uni, and the other days I am available. So so this rostering goes 2 weeks before that. So I need to know what's happening 2 weeks after. I need to know that 2 weeks before, so that I can let my workplace know as well. And also one more important point before I go. keep checking your student email ID, because all the professors, they as soon as the semester starts, whichever units you are enrolled into, they keep sending you emails and reminders about each quiz, when is it open, when the assignment is due, and all the critical information about it. So you need to check your student emails. I have my Western Sydney email on the Outlook app, so I keep scrolling it. Even if I open it and there's nothing, I keep scrolling it to see if I've got any important email. Every week, check your student emails. It's a must. Just to be on the top of it. You don't have to study too hard to get high distinctions or distinctions. Just be on time and be consistent. Consistency is the key. And that's it. This simple step has helped me manage my workload without stress. If you are about to start uni, I highly recommend doing this. It makes a huge difference. Let me know in the comment box how you like to stay organized. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow for more uni tips, and see you in next video. Bye.